Morning. I have to excuse the state of my hands. I was helping somebody decorate yesterday and obviously didn't use enough tapes on my hands. So forgive the state of them. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool. Together as a collective, and without you this doesn't work. 20th of April 2022. Astro DJ is giving me a song I know I've heard. I can't remember, I think it's Alan Jackson, I'm not sure. It's called Remember When. Oh, it's got that in the words, the lyrics. So I can't remember what he's remembering about, but it's obviously a memory somebody's talking about. Something from the past, perhaps. Let's see. Today's card is a judgment card. It's about raising things to the ground to begin again, or not, depending on which way it comes out. It's facing yourself more than anything else. Judging yourself. I don't know what that was, sorry. I think it's my Astrology app. So, yeah, that one, I think it's that one. Maybe not. It's that one. So, we have the Leo Cusper, female. Could be an Aries or Sagittarius, but usually in most exits, a Leo Cusper. Could be Cancer Leo Cusper, Leo Virgo Cusper. In any event, it's a very demanding lady. Somebody who is determined to get what she wants, no matter what. Fiery temper, gossip. Problems with a fire sign, child perhaps, or a younger female energy. That could be a young man. Realising there is a way out of this because you're not tied by anything. Those ropes are loose. The swords are there. She has got a blindfold on, but she's free to take it off whenever. So really in denial because you're overthinking things. Analysis paralysis. So thinking isn't helping. You need to sever those ties. Or someone does. A female divorcee, widow, somebody who's been through the mill, learnt some lessons, gives really good advice. Professional advice. Could be a doctor, priest or lawyer. Or just a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female. Usually this one would be Aquarius. So it's severing ties. But somebody, like I said, is still in that denial about what needs to be severed. There's no defending this situation to yourself. There needs to be equal reciprocity, equal give and take, fairness, balance. And there's an unreliable, unpredictable female involved, possibly Virgo Cusper. No, not Virgo, sorry, Taurus Cusper. So Aries, Taurus, or Taurus, Gemini. The strange thing about this is there's no major arcanas in this except today's card, which is neutral. So it's about you facing yourself and deciding what needs to go, what needs to be severed from your life. And only keeping what is serving you as well as them, so equal reciprocity. 6 years is mentioned. 8 weeks is mentioned. 2 women, could be 2 parts of the same woman, somewhere in a chart, and it's definitely about finances, career, gossip. There's no love in this situation whatsoever. Somebody's very demanding and unreliable and unpredictable with finances. There's conflict and competition, perhaps between these 2 females. And unfinished business to do with this gossip. So Sagittarius energy, possibly. Sagittarius child, maybe. Action needs to be taken. You have to fight for what you want. It's no good just thinking about it. There'll be no peace of mind until you do. Damn it. Because this is toxic. In a toxic situation, you've been seduced by finances, sex, been manipulated, used like a puppet. Capricorn energy and the 15, negative. Contracts, don't sign any contracts. Worrying too much about what other people think and trying to keep up with the Joneses. To appear financially stable. Running out of options. Been in denial long enough. 7 months. Yeah, somebody wants your head or you want their head, one or the two. You didn't plan for this at all. And you may have been distracted on other things. Not realised how manipulated you were being. There she is again, that demanding Leo, cuspet female. Seeing her ass. You need to walk away. Someone knows they need to walk away. But someone's not accepting that yet. It's like trapped in your thoughts. You know you need to get out of this toxic situation, but something is stopping you from taking that action. Possibly because everything has to come tumbling down and it's uncomfortable. It's again, what will other people think if I do this? How will I manage it? Each sword is a thought in your head. 8 swords. All the excuses or all the reasons why you shouldn't do something, but knowing that you have to. There's no real way out of it, or you will stay stuck in a toxic situation. Yeah. So acceptance is needed. They've given you it twice. You need to accept the situation as it is. It's toxic. And there it is. Can't say it any clearer than that. Thank you, Spirit. Today's card, the 20th. Still, apart from the toxicity, the only card, things have to be raised to the ground. It could be the end, bringing something to a conclusion. So the end to physical ailments, teeth, health issues, or an end to a long-standing problem and a fresh start. And then, yes, Spirit's saying, yes, that's what then you need to do, is raise things to the ground and start again. 9 months. 9 months, and then there's happiness. But you have to fight for what you want. Don't just sit back on your laurels, because they can't do it for you. And move on to success. Move on from stormy waters to calmer ones. 6 weeks is mentioned. Travel maybe. Someone is holding on tightly to those finances. Trying to control the situation so they don't lose out. Trying to protect possibly others, but in the wrong way. Holding on too tightly, smothering, trying to control the outcome of the situation. Apologies possibly coming, but very slowly, and improvements in finance and career. You're at a crossroads, no denying it, but so this is the problem. We know that this female is going to seek revenge. She is hurt. She is feels slighted, and you don't do that to either of these females. So we've got 3 women involved in this situation. Bad advice given, wrong diagnosis by female doctors, priests or lawyers. It's if you sever these ties, you know there is going to be repercussions, and it's probably because of the gossip and the toxic situation. So, not looking good, is it? Pisces, well, 24, we know that is the sacrifice card. It is being in limbo. It is having to believe in yourself when others are trying to convince you you're wrong. And this is the crux of this read. I must be a mermaid. I have no fear of depth and a great fear of shallow living. And this is shallow living. There's no love mentioned until you destroy whatever this is. And in faith and in trust, I must surrender to what is, which is the acceptance. Where's the 4 of Cups? There, sorry. Accept. The double fish is ruled by Neptune, god of water, oceans and seas. It's a mutable sign, and its home being the 12th house of self-undoing. So you brought this on yourself, really. It's a mysterious and unfathomable, but indicates a life that needs clarifying as well as definition. Yes, you need to cut through it all. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac and symbolises the old soul, the one who's passed through many lives and has picked up much here and there and experienced almost everything along the way. Sometimes they don't process it very well, and then they repeat the mistakes, and that's what Spirit don't want you to do. Keep repeating those mistakes. Pisces have trouble maintaining boundaries and sometimes even feel half erased. If you've ever observed a Pisces, you may notice they don't appear as intelligent as they really are. You could even call them gullible or vague until they start cranking out works of genius. They can be so psychically tuned in, it'll knock your socks off. Pisces is a beautiful sign with much compassion, maybe too much, denoting true vision that links up with the collective. Those ruled by this sign know it all deep down, but have trouble sorting matters out. They are able to sense deeply, except for certain things that are extremely bad for them, the toxic situations, which turn into mishaps and disasters. But Pisces will survive. So that's you trapped in your own thoughts. And, Dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and prisoners all fall under the rulership of the water sign. There is little doubt that higher consciousness falls under the domain of Pisces. In a superficial way, it looks like, to the outside world, their world is their oyster, and that they don't want to lose that opinion of them. With their talent, beauty, sensitivity, and connectedness with the unknown, Pisces sees the best and is an idealist, but the flip side of this is cynicism, which can come in waves. So dreams will lead you now, but clear thinking is a must. So clarity above all else. You may be extra sensitive to beauty currently. Poetry courses through you, and you feel connected to the source. You like the idea of surrendering to what is, and compassion flows. Take advantage of inspiration and channel into your creative projects. If you have a notion or a dream, it's time to swim to it. Capture that wave. A great idea from the past may re-emerge, and you may want to return and finish it, but you will want to tackle this idea soon when you are inspired, or the entire matter will disappear into the rushes of the deep. About your question, you are confused by the reactions of others or simply unable to get the correct answer. Pisces can be like the pristine sea or the muck of a swamp, so getting lost is a danger. Make sure you're not being pulled under by other people's complications. It's even possible you have someone in your life that saps you. These do. Usually this is not intentional, but of some delusional way of thinking and viewing the world, and it clouds the issue. Don't fall into the same confusion. Make sure you're protected and have your boundaries in place. You may have physical symptoms, but find no reason for them. Be careful when this card comes up, especially in regard to medicines or drugs, because allergies and strange reactions to medications could develop. The Pisces card is involved circumstances will be covert or at least obscured from view. So dreams, visions, surrender, paranoia, confusion, a sense of being erased or having fragile boundaries, sensitivity, compassion, serving others, linking up with a collective, wanting to merge with another, knowing all but having trouble sorting it out, trouble getting on track, floating and feeling adrift, the sleaze factor, the self-undoing, getting caught up in the wrong crowd, being caught in a snare, seeing enemies as friends and friends as enemies, sensing much except the really bad stuff that's obvious to other people, being gullible, lacking critical thought, joining the crowd when it's not a good idea, seeing the best and turning cynical, candles, perfume and intoxicating smells, oils, arts, painting, music and poetry. Voices of the universal consciousness, the spirit world, speaking to the dead, being sucked in by odd religions and beliefs, an interest in God or spirituality of all kinds, toxins, drugs, allergic responses, the hanged man, issues with the feet and toes. You have to learn to say no. There's compassion, oneness, art, unconscious, music, water, and being the victim. So be careful you haven't or still being the victim of someone else's selfish greed. And it's not just financial greed, it's emotional greed as well. You have the 5th house, Cancer, and Pluto, I believe, and I don't know if Cancer's in Pluto. We'll see. Oh, Pluto's in Cancer, sorry. It's one of them fast-moving ones, isn't it? Pluto. Pluto passing through Cancer was a period of emotional transformations. So that's what they want. Transform your emotional situation. Sandwiched between 2 world wars that took millions of lives. It signalled the demise of the extended family, forcing a reluctant Cancer to let go emotionally. So So you have to let go emotionally to these toxic attachments. It's not good for you. It's not serving you. There's no reciprocity. 5th house. It's again Leo. So that Leo, it's time to sever ties. Either with it, or if you are the Leo, for you to do it. It's about your heart and back. Theatres, nightclubs, leisure, sports centres, hotel rooms, anything dark. Self-expression, recreation, creativity, offspring, pleasure, secret love affairs, children, and speculation. So, that was a heavy one, wasn't it? Sever the ties. This isn't serving anybody. It's time to break free and move on. Thanks for listening. Bye.